Hi, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Soshtavi and today we're talking about a certain book, two books that have been viral for a very long time. Book Talk has been raving about them for the longest time. I've been waiting to get to them for quite a while now and I finally did, so let's talk about them. I'm talking about, of course, the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. So the first book, Once Upon a Broken Heart, and the second book, The Ballad of Never After. I have been anticipating these since last year. I finished the Caraval trilogy right before the year began, and that's the trilogy you're supposed to read before this. So I've been looking forward to reading this all this time, and I finally got to it, and I loved it. I love the series. If you don't know what it's about, let me tell you really quickly. The world is basically a very like Alice in Wonderland, mystical, magical kind of a setting. Okay, so if you enjoy that kind of a world building, that kind of a place, that kind of a setting, you will love this. I was eating up the world, to be honest. I freaking love this world. It's so immersive, it's so captivating, it's so mystical, and honestly, if you guys have recommendations for books with settings like these, please recommend them down below because I just realized that this is the kind of world I love reading about. But yeah, so the Caraval trilogy that comes before this is about these two sisters who attend a magical carnival, and one of them goes missing and the other has to play a game through this carnival for which goes on for 5 days. She has to find her sister or she might die. Okay, sketchy situation, really magical. The entire book you're questioning whether what you're seeing is real or not real, and there's a romance in it. And there's three books. There's Caraval, Legendary, and Finale. If you want to know my thoughts about the series, I would suggest you watch my wrap-ups for December and January. I enjoyed them. I like the books. They're not the best though, and the final book is a little bit of a disappointment. But nevertheless, they're good books, good story, and they prepare you for what's to come in this series, which is absolutely mind-blowing. Getting to Once Upon a Broken Heart, what is this about? So, we have something known as the fates in this world. Okay, the fates are people who are immortal and have powers. They sort of kind of worshipped a little bit as well. So Jax, who is our male main character, is a fate. He's called the Prince of Hearts. So anything related to love and being broken hearted is sort of associated with him. And then we have our female main character, which is Evangeline, and she has suffered a huge heartbreak recently. The person that she was in love with is getting married to someone else, and she's heartbroken. So she decides to go to a church that is sort of dedicated to Jax and pray to him to help stop this wedding. Now, what Evangeline did not anticipate is that Jax is less of a hero and more of a villain. We all know how that goes, if you catch my drift. So he comes in and he brokers like a deal with her that he'll help her stop the wedding if she does something for him in return. And the deal is that, like I said, it's a very mystical, twisted Alice in Wonderland kind of a world, right? So his bargain is that she has to give him 3 kisses in return for it, and his kisses are known to be deadly. So when he says that I need 3 kisses from you, there might be like a deadly situation involved with them or some kind of a curse associated with them. So this is the deal that she makes with him, and we follow the story from there basically. Now, I did not like I was a little scared going into this because there's so much hype around the book. There really is, like, too much hype, and based on my feelings from Caraval, which kind of were a little bit of a letdown, they were great but still a letdown. I was scared to jump into this, and because I really liked Jax from the Caraval trilogy, he was my favorite character out of all of them, and he wasn't even the main character. So I was excited, but at the same time I was scared, what if the hype is not fulfilled. But it was. The first half is a little slower compared to the second half, and the first half was entertaining and you're immersed in the world, but it was like nice, this is nice, it's like it wasn't like life changing. But that second half sped up so much happened in the book, all the little twists that we got, and the little bit of romance that was building between Jax and Evangeline, really nice. And then we had the second book, and this one shook my world. It is so fast paced that ending. Um, if you like cliffhangers and if you like insane cliffhangers, this is the book for you, my friend, because that ending was something else. And the entire book, honestly, was so well built, so well written. The little yearning and romance between Evangeline and Jax was so good, so good. I rated this one personally a 4.5 stars and this one a 5 out of 5 stars. So if that doesn't tell you how much I love this, I loved it. I'm reading the third one right now, which is A Curse for True Love, and I will be making a book talk about that as well. So stay tuned for that. Basically, I loved these. I would highly recommend if you like an enemies to lover romance, if you like a romance where we're rooting for the villain, if you like the mysticism and magic that comes with a world like this, if you want to just satisfy your inner child with this world, and if you like high stakes, you should definitely pick up this series. Now I would like to discuss a few things that are spoilers, so if you don't want spoilers, please click out of the video right now, come back to it once you've done reading it so we can discuss the spoilers together as well. But yeah, if you don't want spoilers, please click out. Thank you so much for watching up till here. I love you for that. I hope you got a good recommendation out of this. And yeah, without waiting any longer, let's go into the spoilers. Okay, let's discuss this one first. That first half, like I said, really was pretty slow. It had me very intrigued, but at the same time, I was like, where is this going? You know, and some things were just like in the beginning, like Evangeline wasn't my type of main character. Like, generally, I'm not a huge fan of female characters personally who are very like, you know, like the love sick, love at first sight, wanting their happily ever after kind of girlies. So initially I was a little unsure about her, but she grew on me, dude. She really grew on me. And my second book, I was like totally in love with her as a main character. And I think a huge reason for that is because even though she was like really rooting for finding her first love and getting a happily ever after, and she was a little deluded by the idea, but she was still not okay with settling for anything less than what she deems is perfect for her. You know, she's not like, okay, I'll just settle for this, I'll settle for this guy, and I'll settle for whatever he's offering because that's what I'm dreaming about. Like, no, this is not okay, and she knows that, and she knows when to draw a line. And I love that about her. And I also love that, you know, she does seem to be slowly growing out of that delusion as well. Like she still believes in love, but her definition of love is also changing and enhancing for the better. So yeah, she really grew on me, and also like just her impulsiveness and her recklessness is something I relate to. So really enjoyed her as a main character, to be honest. Okay, Apollo, I like so far he's kind of sweet. Like he's cringe. Like he's made me cringe most of this book, to be honest. Like just cringe. But it's also like, okay, he's just a poor nice guy, you know, poor guy. Yeah, the entire thing with like this insane proposal and everything, I was just like, God, I hope I don't end up hating the book, and I didn't, thankfully. Tiberius and Marisol, I called it. I knew what Marisol was up to. I predicted that. Tiberius also I saw coming, but somehow the twistiness of the end and how it all unraveled was still so enticing to watch and have it all unravel. I still had so many questions about this, some of which I did get the answers to in this. But yeah, I think overall intriguing storyline for sure. This book did have me questioning a few things though, like what really are the extent of Jax's powers, because I thought we saw it all in the Carnival trilogy, but like things like his telepathy, like is that a thing? Like we were never explained, it just started happening. That's one of the things he can do. And the fact that, oh, she can talk back to him if she projects her thoughts, like I am just confused. Like, is that because of him? Is that because of her own powers? And like where are her powers coming from? Clearly not everyone else has like powers, right? So why is she magical? And again, coming back to his telepathy, like is that something he can do with everyone or just her, because they seem to clearly have like some kind of connection. Like I want answers to those. Hopefully we'll get them by the end of the series, but yeah, just little things like that have me intrigued, have me questioning a lot of things. And then of course we come to the Ballad of Never After. Do I even need to get started on that end? If you've read it, you know that ending, I did not see it coming, to be honest. I know we talked quite a bit about like forgetting and stuff, like Jax was insinuating, oh, you'll forget things. But the fact that Apollo would come in and wipe her fucking memories and wipe them all the way down to like the last thing she remembers is her father dying, I think, if I'm not wrong. Like that's kind of insane. I was heartbroken. My heart was beating out of my chest. I could not believe what I was reading. That end, I don't know what's gonna happen in the third book. I like just started it, like a page into it, and I was like, I need to talk about this. But that end, I am genuinely, I'm just genuinely a little scared. I want Evangeline and Jax to end up together. I'm also not able to see how they can end up together. I'm not seeing a solution right now, which is wild because I usually have so many theories, but I have none right now. As if their love story wasn't already complicated enough that Apollo had to come and do that, and now obviously he's gonna pretend to be like the best husband ever. I don't know if he did that because he's cursed or someone forced him to do it. I don't know, because so far I just kept thinking of him like the poor guy who's just stuck in between all of this because of everyone playing curses at each other, and the poor guy just happens to have landed in between all of this. But what if he's a little more sinister, you know? Like, I don't know. That ending, like for a full half hour, I was just sitting and staring at the wall, like, oh my god, what did I just read? And especially because the romance build up in this book was so incredible. Like, every moment I was just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Like, they're too good together. They're too good together. The banter and the little moments and the tension between them. It was so nice. It was so good. I just kept wanting more and more and more and more. Also, the fact that the Valors themselves were trapped inside the vault, did not see that coming. The arch, whatever, did not see that coming. I wonder what the third book will look like now. Now that they're involved, they're coming back. Like, we don't know what kind of people they are, and they obviously have some insane powers. And like, will the politics of this world change now that they're back? Like, so much that we need to get answers for, right? I freaking loved this book. I think like everything was so perfect and the pace was so rightly done. Like over here the pace was a little bit wonky, but this was so well paced, so well written. The romance, the intrigue, the world building. This book was perfect. I don't know, I'm just so excited to finish the series because wow, like I did not think that I would end up. I feel like you can buy this book, especially, you can tell just how much Stephanie Garber's writing has improved as well if you compare to like Caraval or Legendary, which are very well written in terms of world building. But everything else, you can, you know, kind of tell like, okay, she's just started out in this, but by this time, by the time she came to this, her the way she outlines her stories and the way she writes them has improved so much, and I'm just happy to see that. But yeah, I think with that we can come to the end of the video. Let me know what you thought of this, okay, especially the ending in this. Did anyone see that coming? I don't know. Just let me know what you thought about this. Let's discuss. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, subscribe and comment. It really helps me out and I enjoy engaging with you guys. So I'll see you when I see you next. Thank you for watching.